The heat of the desert is where the Sun Devils thrive. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona, Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank Bush, Jake the Snake, and Pat Tillman. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Red Raiders will kick it off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Arizona State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field. But what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to.
Oh, he's going to go up top. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Quarterback empties his backfield. Fast motion from the offense. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Immediately fires to the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt.
And it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
So Texas Tech's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the right. It's caught. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Now the play fake. Trying to get to him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pocket starts to collapse. Working on the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Sun Devils will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! For some guys, that play would be tough. It might be complicated. It might be impossible. For these guys, just another day of playing catch.
Find that guy, right? If something goes wrong, if I get confused, if I don't know where to go, my guy out there, that dude's really, really good. So if he's running a fade, whatever he's running, I'm going to throw him the football. If I don't have a clue what I'm doing, that guy's getting it.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 10, set to kick off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Quickly complete. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The Sun Devils in the hurry up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Addison. He's going to fire deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. A little release to the back. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They're trying to get to it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you can see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long, and you know it's passing situations, man, Katie bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming, get after the QB, and you cause the fumble. Great 3rd down execution by this defense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Addison. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14.
What an awesome job showing off his physicality there. They're trying to dial up receiver screen. He's fighting through the wash, getting through the blockers.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Now improvising. He makes the connection. Oh, what a move! They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
It's complete to the left, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field and get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something, and you're right. You'll wear your defense out, continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense, you're wearing your defense out. You'll have no shot to get back in this game.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. He's got it. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the offense on first down. Power football with the run. Nifty little dance step. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Hand off to the fullback. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Soft spot in the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. He looks that one in nicely. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fernandez. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Trailing by... He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now on second down after the incompletion. Looking downfield, it's Addison. It's complete. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. And the Sun Devils want to move quickly.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He wants to throw it again. Bought a little time, lets it go. Wide open downfield. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Quick completion on the out.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
On second down, he'll let it fly. They're bringing heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Discards a man. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. To the ground with the back. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. It's a draw. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Addison. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He's looking downfield to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to run it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Arizona State! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be dragged down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Fires on the move. He's got an open man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looks as if he's going to run it.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Firing to the right, complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And now on second down for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. Dances away again. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Addison. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Johns. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Red Raiders send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal flag in the back.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Addison. A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Hand off from the shotgun. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The inside handoff. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the pummeling has started.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
It's been the buzz of college football all week, fellas, and it's finally here. An update on that top 5 battle. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but they've been in a dogfight all day and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 6 over Ole Miss. We'll keep you posted on things until the clock hits zeros in a game that, for now anyway, has been very revealing.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Going to the running game. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Dropping back, it's Addison. Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second down coming up. Off play action. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
This is a 3rd and long.
29 Philly.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in, looking for space. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Going up top on first down. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Trying to find his man on first down. They're setting up the screen. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. You saw it on that play.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Handoff from the gun. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the beatdown has ensued.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
42, Arizona State, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking downfield, it's Addison. Got his man in the middle. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. A new set of downs after the completion. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Arizona State, 7.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Working that left side now. Makes the catch and knocked down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver to create enough separation to create a positive gain.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never got...
It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
First down for this offense. Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in great rhythm.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to pass, it's Reese. It's in, complete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. Bringing it back, it's Fernandez. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Off the play fake on first down to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Is another first down for the offense.
He wants to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Unloads it left. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, looking again to throw. It's complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You're powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Looking for a gap. It's John.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds.
And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the route is on. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And how about the job blocking by the wide receivers? If you're going to play receiver in this offense, you can't only want to catch the ball, you've got to be willing to block. They did a great job there.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Arkansas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Comes out throwing on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Addison. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Sun Devils had this offense rolling.
Green 25.
They're going to throw it again. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Trying to pound it in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over. They'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Ready
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Quick release by the QB. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Reese. He's got his man.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses, and man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.